I've moved on to my winter and Christmas mugs. Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a 2-in-1 video, going to be reviving the e.l.f. Retro Paradise palette, and I'm also going to be talking about some of my favorite drugstore affordable slash makeup. If you are new to the Reviving Old Palette series, it's just get ready with me using older palettes because on YouTube, palettes get forgotten about within a few weeks, maybe a month max. It's pretty crazy. This was their palette from last summer. It's not available anymore, but e.l.f. does have other palettes in this formula. So yeah, I really like this one. I thought I would do a look with this. I am going to talk about some other more affordable eyeshadows that are my favorites. If you want to see the other Reviving Old Palettes videos, I have a whole playlist. I will link that in the cards and in the description box. Also, all the products will be listed down below as well, and let's get started. An absolute drugstore favorite of mine is the Milani eyeshadow primer. I absolutely love this. I use this every single day. I do have oily eyelids and I've got some creases and this just works. I put a small amount on and I really make sure I tap it out to where it's not sticky anymore. And then I set it down with a little bit of a cream colored eyeshadow. I've already done that. This is so good, $6 or $7. Absolutely love it, works well for me. Okay, the e.l.f. palette. So let's start with this shade here, Fuego, and I want to do, obviously, you can do warm neutral looks with this palette, or you can definitely do more colorful looks. And as far as other favorite drugstore affordable eyeshadows, now, I know people really like the e.l.f. bite-size palettes, and I had a few of those, and I ended up decluttering them. I didn't like them as much as this formula because some of the colors were very thin and not very pigmented. Now, this palette, it can be a little bit chunky, but it blends out and it's pigmented. So I don't know, not every shade from those palettes was unpigmented, but about half of them, in my opinion, they weren't what I wanted. And so, but they weren't terrible, but not my favorite. I also love the old Milani formula, but Milani has changed their eyeshadow formula and I bought one of their newer palettes last year. And honestly, it was one of the worst eyeshadow palettes I've ever tried. Chalky, not pigmented, terrible. But I still have the Milani Soft and Sultry palette and I love that one. But that formula does not exist anymore, which is really sad. So that's a bummer. Okay, let's go into this one, Caliente. And where's my brush? Here it is. Yeah, this palette I think is beautiful and it's a great color story. So these larger palettes from e.l.f. are $14 each. I did have another one several years ago. It was a while ago. It was kind of when they first started releasing these, and I think it was called like the 18 Wonders or something like that. I didn't think it was as good as this one. So I think that they've improved the formula on these palettes. I would love to try more, but I have heard kind of hit or miss things about them. Some seem better than others just from different videos I've seen. So, all right, gonna blend this. Now I want to darken this up. I'm gonna go with Coconut, this dark brown. Other favorite affordable eyeshadows for me are Juvia's Place and BH Cosmetics. And I've done looks with one of each of those for the Reviving Palette series. And I definitely want to do more. I just wanted to change it up for this one and use this e.l.f. palette because I really do love this palette. I think it's great. And then I'm gonna actually go in with the darkest shade called Nightlife. Just a little bit here. Okay, and I'm gonna blend this out. like I said, I want to do a more colorful look. So let's go with the shade Sip Sip. This is a really, really pretty blue. So another drugstore, this is a holy grail for me. I've repurchased so much, is the e.l.f. setting spray, the makeup mist and set. I've been repurchasing this for years. I love it so much. It doesn't have denatured alcohol, which doesn't really agree with my skin, but a lot of setting sprays do have that. I use it to foil eyeshadows and also to prep my face for makeup. So, I mean, look at that shade. It's definitely chunky. This is one I would really say to use a wet brush for sure. I think that makes a really big difference with the shimmery eyeshadows in this palette. They're pretty hard to use without a wet brush, but I often spray my brush, so it doesn't really bother me. Yeah, this is really, 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 really pretty. I am getting a lot of fallout, as you can see, but I don't really mind because I'm going to clean this up anyway. So, okay. Now I do want to add, I'm looking for another brush. Some of the shades in here are so pretty. This one, Tropicana, amazing. This periwinkle here called Disco, amazing. So I'm gonna go with this green, Bahamar, and I'm gonna put that kind of here. This is more of a satin shade. So this one, I'm not gonna wet the brush. I'm just gonna put this here. It's a really, really pretty color. I like that one a lot. Okay. A lot of fallout for sure, but again, I don't really mind. I kind of want to put a little bit of this dark blue royal in the outer corner too. So let's try that. I need to wipe off this brush. Just gonna use a tissue, it's fine. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a little bit more blending, clean up the fallout, and I'll be back. My holiday mug, by the way, is from David's Tea. I got this a few years ago. I think they have one every year, but they change it. Anyway, I really like it. Okay, now let's talk about face primers. I went ahead and put on the AOA No Pore Face Primer. So Shop Missy has a lot of really good products. I have a whole video on Shop Missy, so you can check that out if you want to hear more. I have a lot of favorites from them. This primer is amazing. I have combo skin, so I like traditional pore filling primers. I am wearing that. Another one I really like is the one from Believe Beauty. This is $5, Dollar General, and this is their Pretty and Primed Hydrating Primer. These are really good. There's also one from CoverGirl I used to really enjoy, but I've had a hard time finding it. I don't know, it just doesn't seem to be as readily available as it used to be. Okay, so foundation. These two I really like. Another one I really like that I don't have right now is the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Finish Foundation. That one is amazing. Love it. I like satin foundations. Like I said, I have combo skin. This one, the NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil. Love it. This is great. Medium coverage, lasts well throughout the day. Today I want to use the Believe Beauty one. This is their medium to full coverage skin finish foundation, also satin finish. I have the shade Nude. I really, really like this one. This is just lasts so well throughout the day. I mean, this looks amazing. It's crazy. This is probably one of my favorite foundations I've ever tried. So yeah, I mentioned in a video, I think last week, about Dollar General that I really like these Believe Beauty products. It's just a little frustrating. I have to buy them in store because I checked their website and they have Believe Beauty has a website, but you can't order anything on there. It just says find a Dollar General. So yeah, I would love to be able to order online and try more, because you guys told me that their cream blushes are also really good. Their powder blushes, I have one of those and I really like it. So yeah, this foundation is great. My skin is a bit struggling right now, but that's okay. All right, now concealer. So I love the CoverGirl concealer. Spoiler for my project pans, I recently finished it, so very exciting there. This one from AOA is also really good. Their liquid concealer. I like this one. And then today I want to use the Believe Beauty concealer. I have the shade Biscuit. This is really, really nice. Again, only $5. Really impressed with this brand. Yeah. And actually another one I like, hold on, I forgot. The e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This one is really good. The shade I have, I accidentally bought a shade that's too dark. And the last time I bought that concealer, I finished one before and I had a shade that's too light. So I'm kind of struggling to find my shade in that range, but I really like it. The original Camo Concealer, I just felt like was a little heavy and I didn't like it as much, but the hydrating one I think is really, really nice. So yeah, this one from Believe Beauty, it's not full coverage. I mean, I could add more if I want to, but I don't really feel the need to do that. All right, so face powder. I feel like a lot of face powders work for me. I don't need anything, I don't know, I just need to set my face because I have combo skin, but I don't need anything like super mattifying. This one I really like. This is from CoverGirl. This is their clean powder. What shade do I have? Classic Beige. I unfortunately, yeah, I dropped mine. Luckily the powder didn't break, but the compact, this little thing broke, so it doesn't really close, but it's fine. I was just glad that the powder didn't break. This is a really nice powder though. I enjoy it. So under eye powder though, I still have to use Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. That's probably the one thing at the drugstore I've never found is a powder that works for my under eyes. I just haven't found the one that works. The Mineral Veil, it keeps my concealer from creasing. It's awesome. It's a holy grail. If I could find something like this at the drugstore, that would be great. And trust me, I've tried a lot of drugstore powders on my under eyes and it doesn't work. So I stopped experimenting. That's the thing about drugstore makeup is it's definitely, some of it has really gone up in price. I mean, there's still like really affordable stuff, like, which is why I like Shop Miss A, because everything is $1 to $2. But some stuff at the drugstore is like 10, 15, some even $20. I mean, this NYX foundation, I think this is like $14. I mean, it's not cheap. So yeah. Okay, bronzer. I love this one from e.l.f. This is, I think, called their Primer Infused Bronzer in the shade Forever Sunkissed. They have other shades. I think this is very, very nice. I'm a big fan. I also like the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. Back in the day, bronzer at the drugstore was hard to find that I liked because a lot of them were so patchy. Really didn't look good, but they've really improved the formulas over the years. So I'm sure there's other really good bronzers. I hear really good things about, I think there's one from L'Oreal that people seem to really like. I'm sure CoverGirl has bronzers. I've never tried one, but I'm sure that they exist. So yeah, I'm not putting on a whole lot, but now blush. So I have quite a few favorite cream blushes from the drugstore. Undone Beauty, I really like this one. This is in the shade Rosy. I also really like, there's one from Nyx. That one is really good. Shop Missy has a really good cream blush. I'm really into cream blush. And yes, I did put on powder and then put on this. It's fine. I'm really not that worried about it. It still works. I don't put on a lot of powder, so I don't really worry about, you know, if you were doing like a lot of powder, like baking or something, you wouldn't want to put on cream products after that, but no issues. It worked. Okay, so Undone Beauty. This is sold. They have their own website, also at Target, also at Ulta. Powder blush. Okay, I love the e.l.f. primer infused blushes. CoverGirl, love their blushes. What else? So this one from Milani in Tea Rose. Fantastic. Really like this one. So I'm just going to put on just a little bit to kind of set this color down. With the orange and the eyeshadow, now that I'm looking at this, I think like a more orange blush would have looked better, but it's fine. Totally fine. So yeah, highlighter. Okay, Essence Pure Nude. This is just, I love this highlighter. It's my absolute favorite. I used to like more intense highlighters, but my taste just has changed. And I think this is great. I can use this as highlighter or as finishing powder. So this is the shade Be My Highlight. They have other shades. I was looking at this as if it has a mirror. It does not have a mirror, which is fine. Gonna grab this. Okay. I mean, it's so beautiful. I just love it. Very, very nice. Essence, you know, also Essence has some really good blushes too. I don't have one anymore, but I'm definitely a fan. And I want to try more from Essence and Catrice. Because of my low buy this year, I haven't bought a lot of makeup in general, drugstore or high-end. I'm going to use this finishing powder. So let me know if you have some other, because there's a lot of stuff that Andrea Montellano has talked about some blushes from Catrice that she said were dupes for the Hourglass. And I was like, ooh, I want to try that. So not at this point, but I think in the future, hopefully I would like to try. I'm going to put on a little bit more blush. Definitely more. I just didn't try that much this year because of the low buy. So yeah. Okay, lower lash line. I need to do something for that. I'm gonna go back into the e.l.f. palette. I think I want to go with the dark blue royal. Okay, let me grab my mirror here. Yeah, that's a pigmented color right there. Okay. Okay, I like that a lot. So I want to put more of the green in the inner corner and like down here too. Almost reached into my Tarte palette. I'm just gonna use a Q-tip. I sometimes just use this for this part. Beautiful color. I love this green. That is so nice. And yes, I'm curious about more e.l.f. palettes, like these larger ones. If you guys have any recommendations for those, let us know. Okay, I really like that on the inner corner. I feel like my blush looks a little off. Whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it. All right, so brows, mascara, lip products, I'll be back to talk about those. The look is done and I love this eye look. I think this color combo is fantastic. This is a great palette. I really, really enjoy it. Like I said, my other favorite affordable brands, definitely BH Cosmetics and Juvia's Place. Now mascara. So I am wearing this mascara, the AOA Fat Lash. This is great. Only $1. This is one of these rubberized wands. Other favorite affordable mascaras for me, definitely the one from Believe Beauty is great. This one's only $4. Kind of a similar wand. Also, I love the CoverGirl mascaras, the Lash Blast, and a couple others. And then I also like the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. I think that gives the best volume. Now, brows, as far as tinted brow gels, I don't like clear brow gels. I like tinted ones. I love the one from e.l.f., the Wow Brow, but I have finished mine. I don't have it. These brow pens are amazing. I've talked about these in several videos lately. The Milani Weekend Brow, that's what I'm wearing today. And I put on the Merit Brow Gel on top. And then I also have the NYX Lift and Snatch. These are very, very similar. Very, very fine tip there. I love these. It's such a fast way to fill in my brows. I feel like I've been really missing out not having something like this. These are fantastic. I know that I think there's one from Glossier that is supposed to be similar, but I don't know why pay that much when you can get these. So fantastic. And lip products, I think Shop Miss A has such amazing lip products. I'm wearing this lipstick from them in the shade Shore. This is the AOA Studio, just bullet lipsticks. I have 2 colors of these. I love their lip products and I like their glosses. I don't like their glosses as much as their lipsticks, but my favorite drugstore glosses are still the NYX Butter Glosses. I'm wearing Creme Brulee with this combo here. I think these are amazing glosses. They give so much shine. They're comfortable on the lips. I mean, drugstore or high-end, I think these NYX ones are amazing. They're only $5. Absolutely love them. I've been using these for so long. I mean, this is something I bought when I first discovered YouTube, like over 10 years ago. People were talking about these and I still love them. That is it for this video. I really like the final look. Very fun, colorful eye look. Let us know some of your favorite drugstore affordable products. Like I said, I'll list everything down below. And I will link the Reviving Old Palettes playlist if you want to see more of those videos. That is it. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.